And round number one is underway. Out comes Tyson, as he always does, pressing straight forward, doesn't wear a robe into the ring, doesn't wear his socks, just puts on the shoes, the trunks, and the gloves, and he's ready to go to war. He's already shaken Zouski up with the first shot of the fight, and he almost looked disgusted that Zouski looked ready to fall. What a body shot with the left hand by the converted southpaw Mike Tyson, who, unlike many southpaws, can crush you with either hand. His left hook, of course, his best punch, but his right hand right behind that. His jab is just an awesome weapon, but his body punching, he's one of the most awesome body punching heavyweights I've seen in years. 19-year-old Mike Tyson out of the Catskills, New York. Turned professional on March 6, 1985, and here it is just over 1 year later. He is now in his 19th professional fight, has stopped all his opponents. Steve Zouski, though, promised, he said he wasn't afraid of Mike Tyson, that he'd be out there swinging with Tyson, boxing with Tyson. He has been in there with some real tough opponents. One of them, world cruiserweight champion by the IBF, Leroy Murphy, beat him on a 10-round decision and hit him with his best shots and couldn't take him off his feet. He's also been in there with Scott Frank, Mike Perkins, Benny Canosi, but he's never been in there with Mike Tyson. There's no question Tyson can punch. And his stamina, I think that was tested against Jesse Ferguson back in February of this year up in Albany. He went 6 hard rounds, stopping Ferguson in that 6th round. Tyson just picking his shots now, content to hit Zouski just about anywhere he can. Zouski reddened underneath the left eye. There's about 1 minute remaining here in the opening round. The referee, the veteran Arthur Mercante. Solid right hand to the body by Tyson. Tyson looking to measure his man with body shots. Zouski moving, trying to keep Tyson off balance. But the best thing Zouski could do is not stand there and just to get in the center of this 18-foot ring and keep moving. Zouski with a solid right hand off the head of Tyson. Some people still question his ability to take a punch, but so far in his 1 year as a professional, he's never been down, he's never been hurt, he's never been rattled, shaken up. And I've seen him through the Empire Games, the Olympic trials. He obviously, I'd say right now, has as good a chin as any heavyweight in the division now. There's about 15 seconds to go in the opening round, and that's an accomplishment right there for Steve Zouski, who many said would not even survive the first round, although it's not over. And we're heading to the bell. And Mercante held up the proceedings for a moment while the round card girl was still stepping down. Tyson comes out, as always, trying to make every shot count. Everyone is a grenade. In this building, in 1976 took place the Joe Frazier-George Foreman rematch. The results just about the same as their first fight, with Foreman winning on a TKO. Zouski doing what he can to survive, keeping those hands high. He's sacrificing the body by protecting the head every time he puts his hands up high. Tyson moves in and smacks it. That time was a short left hook to the head. Zouski took it well. His legs, though, are doing a Mr. Bojangles. He's in trouble against the ropes, and that's one place you don't want to be against the slugger, young Mike Tyson, who has 12 first-round knockouts to his credit. Today, he weighed in at 220.5 pounds. Zouski was 210. An admirable job throwing back. Catches Tyson with 2 right hands coming in and a left hook. A solid combination by Tyson, who rarely opens up with a solid combination of about 6 blows. Zouski rocked back on his heels, but still comes back. The crowd can do nothing but applaud this young man from Rockton, Massachusetts tonight, because he has come to fight. The man some say may be one day put up there with the greats. Mike Tyson. There's about 30 seconds to go in the second round. The first round was all Tyson as he backed up Zouski, but Zouski hung in there just as you see him doing this round. The scoring here in New York, done on a round system. There's no standing 8 count. The free knockdown rule is in effect, and there's no saving by the bell except in the last round. And it looks like Zouski will get through another one. Some more awesome shots from Tyson. Tyson, one of the most magnificent in-fighters I've seen in years. Probably the best heavyweight on the inside was Smokin' Joe Frazier. Tyson may be every bit as good, and possibly more so because his right hand, I believe, is better than Joe Frazier's. Frazier, like Tyson, a converted southpaw. But as I said earlier,
this fight proved that even a rising Mike Tyson did not always perform at his best. Steve Zouski came in with the reputation of being a tough fighter who had never been knocked down throughout his career, and he managed to put Tyson in an uncomfortable situation on the fighting floor. Several of his punches repeatedly landed on Tyson's left ear, which had already been injured after he fell in his pigeon coop before the fight, causing the swelling on that ear to become even worse. However, the greater the pressure he received, the more dangerous Tyson became. Entering the third round, he began to increase the intensity of his attacks and unleashed a series of uppercuts that finally broke through Zouski's defense. For the first time in his career, Zouski was knocked down, and that moment also brought the fight to an end with a knockout victory for Tyson.
You're working on certain things, you're just getting head-butted or maybe taking a thumb in the eye, except not tonight, taking a thumb in the glove. There's a solid right uppercut, and I don't know what's keeping Steve Zouski on his feet. He said he was most proud of the fact that he's never been off his feet before, and now he switches for a moment to the southpaw stance and tries to rock two right hooks off Tyson's head. With about 20 seconds to go, and there is a solid shot. If Zouski stayed up after that one, I don't know. Doesn't look like he'll beat the count. The count is 8, 9, 10, and this one's over. Arthur Mercante says you did not beat the count, and indeed he did.
Interestingly, despite successfully maintaining his reputation as a very dangerous fighter, Tyson described his performance as one of his worst at that time. He admitted that he was not mentally prepared, an admission that showed a great victory does not always reflect how a fighter evaluates his own performance.